I'm Amy Cobb. I teach 6th grade English.
Hi, I'm Cindy Williams, and I teach art in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
And I'm Curtis Cruz, and I teach 6th grade science.
It's a huge design project from beginning to end where they do their research, they do the drawing, they do the writing, they figure out how to build the beast, and then in conclusion they do a presentation to the younger children and share them with their peers.
Cindy and I presented this project along with Courtney from the library at the National Art Conference last year in San Diego when I was forming my curriculum, and I wanted something that closely followed 6th grade ancient culture social studies class. And one of the areas of study is mythology and Greek gods and goddesses and heroes and that nature. And so I came up with this idea of maybe having the students research a mythological beast, because the timing was such that the students were going to go to art during the quarter or trimester rotation. And I always integrate my curriculum with art the first year.
We paper mache them. Paper mache is a very tedious, very messy activity. The project was quite costly because of the materials involved. So the next year, after having an artist come from Celebrate the Arts, he brought in a project made of plastic bags and then used masking tape and made figures that resembled an animal. We changed our project and used coat hangers and plastic bags, lots and lots of plastic bags, and trash from, this could be used as a head, and this could be squished up as a body in a plastic bag. And then we used probably about a roll of tape per student to tape around the body. Then we painted them black, and then painted a light coat of color. Then we applied a mane and eyes and legs, cardboard, to make them resemble the beast that they had researched.
And they have to design and build a small model house and wire it with working lights and switches. Kids really buy into because they take ownership of it. And so we took the concepts and the skills involved with the circuitry and the wiring of the houses and just brought it into the beasts. And we made the beasts have moving parts, such as moving eyes, moving tails, moving arms, moving heads, or even light up eyes and light up features.
One of the components in English class, besides the research, is a piece of writing. Each student is required to write a summary on their beast based on their research. We do take a trip as a grade level to the Lowry Park Zoo. This came about last year when Cindy and I were talking, and we thought, it really would be great for them to see how animals move. So if they're doing these big lumberous beasts, they can look at elephants. And I also wanted them to look at zoo signage when they're writing for their audience for their piece here. Think about when they go to the zoo, when they want to learn about a beast or an animal they've never seen before, what kind of information would be important to that. They're able to show what they know, not just to their parents, but the other classes that come through, the little ones, and it also is a teaching lesson because, I teach them. It's very different when you're talking to a 4-year-old than it is to a 10-year-old. So what kinds of things are you going to say? And so they learn how to talk to an audience.
It's really fun to make because it involves English for writing, and it also involves art to actually make it.
You have to go on the computer, you have to research, you have to read everything, you have to do notes. We did a lot of homework assignments on this.
We had to learn about their history and make a writing piece. We had to make a small summary of it in Spanish or in French, depends on which one you take, to kind of go with it also.
I sketched that I put the battery right here behind him, which if you look right here, there is a battery behind him. And also on my sketch, I put a switch right there. And if you look closely, you can see the switch.
You take the wire hangers, wrap plastic bags around them, tape them up.
We layered them with tape to get it tighter to make a body. We used ping pong balls for the eyes. We used a lot of toilet paper rolls too. So then we painted it completely black, and then we painted color over the black. And the black is just there to give it like texture.
This year was different because we actually had to wire the beasts, which is where science came in. As you can see here, mine lights up, and I have a switch system for it.
A wire goes all the way back here, through here, and it comes down here to this battery, and there's the switch.
Some things wouldn't work, like some heads would fall off, the tape wouldn't hold, so you'd have to redo the tape. So it was actually hard, but I enjoyed it. Hi, this is Cerberus. He has 3 heads. They go to the underworld to make sure no spirit exit and no mortal enters. He inspired Fluffy from the Harry Potter series. A myth about him was that Hercules came. For one of his labors he had to do was to capture Cerberus using no weapons. So he ended up winning, but when he came up to the overworld, he was too ferocious and too wild, so they couldn't handle him.
The Sphinx has a lion body, and eagle wings, and a human head. She tells a riddle as she sits outside of the city of Thebes, and if you answer it wrong, she sort of eats you. And if you answer it right, she dies.
So the phoenix is not like an ordinary bird. It bursts into flames at the end of its life, only to be reborn again.
Well, I'd really rather do this kind of project instead of doing a test because it's really hands-on. Like, it was exciting to build the beast out of recycled materials.
I like science too, so I liked wiring it too. It was actually pretty fun.
Really educational because you get to learn about mythology, and you get to tie in like a bunch of different classes and skills into one project.
Medusa was like once a beautiful lady, except one of the gods transformed her into this hideous beast, and she's so hideous that all who see her immediately turn us down by just looking at her.
But it was enjoyable because we got to you could see the before and after. Here was plastic bags, and now it's oh, now it's a monster. So
It's pretty fun because I like to do art and glue things on, but yeah, and we had to do circuitry, which was pretty new to me. Not as good with my hands, but it was fun. Mr. Cruz came, it was all English, science, and art projects.
Check it out in the library when you get the chance.